Okay, so I finally got around to finishing up this model. It's nothing that I actually scratch built. This just was bought, as I mentioned before, from DiAgostini or whatever it was that I have listed here. But yeah, so I took off all the black or whatever that wash was that they did over it. Again, I felt it was a little too purpley grayish, like too heavy-handed, and uh, here it is with the top, all the parts cleaned off a bit. There are some remaining somewhere, but for the most part, it's off, and it looks a lot better for it, I think. And yeah, you can just see more gray than I think. I don't know. My eyes were seeing more purple from that wash. Uh, and the same with the bottom. The bottom has a bit more, but I was able to take out most of it. You just compare it to the way it looked like before. And then there's some wear marks, which is fine. I think there's some areas for some reason. I guess if I went over it more with the alcohol to try to clean it up, I could have gotten more of it out. But I think it's sufficient. And the other thing I mentioned, I think in the last video, was getting into the details here. Hopefully, I can focus on that. Right in there and all along the sides there's this recess, right? There's lots of like nice greebling in there. Let me see if I can move it out to where there's a little bit more light here. And yeah, so this, if you noticed before, was a lot more brighter gray, and I just used basically Tamiya Black Panel Liner. Just went in there and just dabbed some and just brushed and dabbed some inside there, and just kind of filled in all the detailed areas. You know, just kind of what that does is just basically go into the I guess the cracks anywhere where there's like a little place for the liquid to kind of settle into. It'll make that color fill in there, and it went through there. It's definitely inside there. That was a lot brighter, I think, before, and look more uniform. Sorry, hang on, I'm trying to see if I can tag a focus on here. It's trying to lock on the stuff in the back, but you can kind of see it. It's not as pure gray as it was before. And of course, I follow that up here, and same goes for this side, of course. So I'm just trying to get a focus on this. You can see that it's not. Cover the back. It's trying to focus in on that ship in the background more. And again, right in there. And that's pretty much it. Although I did dab some around this area, just to add some details into like this piece here, fill in those. The panel line will go into those gaps. So some of those recesses in there. It was looking a little too uniform. And yeah, just basically around this whole unit as well. And lastly, I followed it up the panel liner around the engines back here. Maybe back it up just for a second so it doesn't try to focus on the ship as much. So yeah, basically I just put some around the outside or inside that little recess, as well as along this piece in the middle. It was just too clean looking. It was just like a solid gray, and I felt like it needed just to have something in there to darken and deepen the color there. This would make sense, especially since it's just near the engines and it would glow hot and everything, and should be a little bit darker, like, you know, what you expect from coming off of a, you know, the jet of an engine of some sort, right? So, and I think that makes it more contrasty, makes that blue, you know, the thruster color kind of just pop out that much more. And that's it. I think that's all that I need to do with this to get this up to a satisfactory level. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool model, and I'll set it in with my other Star Wars ships in my little display cabinet. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I don't know, let me know what you think. I guess I think it's looks a lot better, having removed a lot of that wash. Just that gray, the hull is metal, I guess, should really just show up more.